Let's look at Chapter 4, Lesson 3, Practice, Classifying Triangles by Angles. Number 1 says, name the angles from the smallest to the largest. So I'm going to go ahead and classify these as either being acute, right, or obtuse angles. Remember, acute are less than 90 degrees, obtuse are more than 90 degrees, and right angles are exactly 90 degrees. I know this is less than 90. I know this is exactly 90. Letter C is more than 90. Letter D is less than 90. And letter E is less than 92. Now that I have them classified, it's easier to figure out which one's the smallest to the largest, because smallest will be acute and largest will be obtuse. So I can already see here that letter C is my largest, is my only obtuse one. So I'm going to go ahead and write that in. Let's start from the beginning now for the smallest. Letter E is already there for you. It is the smallest measuring angle. So now I need to compare letter D and letter A. If you look at letter D, you can see that it comes up something like that, which clearly means that it is larger than letter A. So I know that letter A comes next, and then letter D. After I've worked with the acute, I can look at the right angles. And there's only one right angle, so I know that it's letter B. And we've already filled in the largest angle, which is letter C. Number 2, we're going to be classifying them again. And we already know which ones are acute, A, D, and E. Which ones are right, B. And which one's obtuse, C. Number 3, blank angle would fit in the empty space. I need to figure out which would fit. And I know that this is an acute angle, so I can rule out C and B, but I need to look at letters A, D, and E. So when comparing the angles to see which one would fit, I know that it's not going to be letter D because they're using letter D. So look at letter A and letter E. I'm going to use this grid up here, and I can clearly see that letter E would slide right in just like it would there. So I know that letter E would fit in the empty space. Let's move on to the test prep. Jacob spent exactly $8.65 on lunch for himself and 2 friends. What did he buy? Explain your answer. We're going to use this box over here in order to figure out the answer. He spent exactly $8.65. When looking at this, I know that there needs to be a 5 in the hundredths place, a 6 in the tenths place, and an 8 in the ones place. So when you add it up, make sure that you have those numbers there. So looking at this, I need to think of some combinations of what I could do in order to make it $8.65. And I think I'm going to start with the hot dogs. And I know that $1.30 times 3 is going to get me $3.90. Now, I have $3.90, and I want to think about what plus what can get me the 65 cents. So I'm going to add 1 hamburger. And I have 5, 16, carry the 1. 1 plus 3 plus 1 is 5. So I have $5.65. Now that I know that I have 3 hot dogs and 1 burger, I can think about how I can add sometimes $3 in order to make this $8.65. So I know that 2 cheese sandwiches would be $3, and I now have $8.65. Now, please note that this is a guess and check where you have to look at the numbers in order to figure it out. So if you didn't get it on the first try, that's alright. It took me a little bit too in order to figure out that I need 3 dogs, 1 burger, and 2 cheese. Now, in order to explain it, you need to make sure that you have all of your work on your page. Do not erase your work.